Hi, my name is Jasmine Ellington. When I was in high school at Cape Meridian, it was a graduation requirement to take foreign language classes. In freshman year, I took French 1 2. I didn't take a language class my sophomore year, but I ended up switching to American Sign Language 1 and 2 my junior year and continued on to 3 and 4 for senior year. I remember sitting in ASL class one day and thinking, what purpose is this going to serve me? I don't know any deaf people. Fast forward to my second year of working at an Amazon warehouse. While I was there, I noticed several deaf people had been recently hired. Because I remembered some of what I was taught, I thought about going over to them and introducing myself. The thing that stopped me was the fact that I'm very shy and have trouble initiating conversations, much less in a language that I didn't feel very fluent in. One day I was assigned to a lane that I noticed one of them was also working on. Towards the end of the shift, I was trying to put a very big and very heavy package on a pallet, and the deaf girl steps in to help me. As soon as we set the package down, that's when I noticed that the tape was coming off of it. Even though I was very nervous, I managed to tell her in sign language that the package was damaged. She looks at me completely shocked and says verbally, "I didn't think you knew how to sign." It made me feel really good to know that the attempt was appreciated and helped her feel less awkward about having to work around hearing people. Nelson Mandela once said, "If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. But if you talk to him in his own language, that goes to his heart." Students in most states have had foreign language classes and programs removed from their high schools and colleges. From 2013 to 2016, colleges across the United States cut 651 foreign language programs. French was hit the hardest by losing 129 programs. Spanish followed with 118, German with 86, and Italian with 56. Once these programs close, they are very hard to reopen. An estimated 20% of primary school students in America study a foreign language, compared to Europe's average of 92, and only 10 states and the District of Columbia make foreign language learning a high school graduation requirement. I found this information in an article published by the New York Times, written by Benedict de Monlor on March 26, 2019, entitled, "Do You Speak My Language? You Should." Students may also face a lack of motivation to learn another language. However, if the language has more value to them, the more likely they will stick with it. A study that was done in China showed an increase in demand for multilingual talents in the job market. So students that were majoring in English were motivated to enhance their employability by improving their proficiency in a second foreign language. Instrumental motivation tends to promote the acquisition of another language apart from English. Also, integrated motivation was found to positively influence second foreign language proficiency by stimulating a learner's interest in the selected language and its associated culture. I found this information in a scholarly article published on mdpi.com, written by He Zhang and colleagues on February 11, 2020, entitled "Motivation and Second Foreign Language Proficiency: The Mediating Role of Foreign Language Enjoyment." A solution to the current foreign language deficit in American schools and colleges is that a student should only pick a language that they have a significant interest in. It could be the culture around it or even a discovered heritage. The main goal of learning a foreign language is to become fluent in it. When you are fluent, there is no longer a language barrier. To be able to communicate effectively with one another person, people need to have what linguists call discourse competence in a language. That means that they can have a conversation with someone relatively easily and not have to stop to look at words or phrases. Um, a preferred language is the one that a person feels the most comfortable speaking, also called the language of the heart. If you speak that language, you will put them more at ease and they will open up more. I found this information in a peer-reviewed article published on ncbi.nlm.nih.gov, written by Allison Squires and colleagues on April 5, 2019, entitled Strategies for Overcoming Language Barriers in Research. However, there are some people who say learning a foreign language is a waste of time. According to an article published on econlib.org, written by Brian Kaplan on August 10, 2012, entitled The Numbers Speak, Foreign Language Requirements Are a Waste of Time and Money. Learning a foreign language for 2 years in high school won't have any significant effect on you in the future, as the majority of Americans say they did learn a language in high school but forgot part or all of it once they graduated because they didn't have a use for it. I know my solution is better because it tailors to students who still have an opportunity to learn a language in high school that they feel that they have a connection to. We as students and as Americans should be required to learn a foreign language. You can pick a language that is very close to you, but just make sure that is not a language you are already native to, because it will defeat the purpose of expanding our cultural borders. It could be something as simple as an hour or two out of your day. We should be doing our part in moving America forward by not being held back by any language barriers or cultural unawareness. Thank you.